water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived in harmony, until one day, the Sheep Nation attacked! Hey, what is up ladies and gents? My name is Jaden of that Fox Populi, and today we are here for another, 1.7.2 mod showcase. So today we are bringing you the Avatar, the Last Blockbender mod. This is done by Joseph and Jake and Kieran VS on the Minecraft forums. It's a really cool mod. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now essentially what this mod does is it adds a touch of Avatar into your world. Now for those of you who aren't aware, Avatar is a cartoon series done by Nickelodeon. It is definitely it has a cult following, I guess. It's really cool. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go and watch it. But anyways, ladies and gents, this adds a touch of Avatar into your world. It adds structures, it adds bending, and it even adds Fire Nation troops. Alright, so the first thing you are going to want to do is choose your bending style. Now you're going to hit enter, or whatever your chat key is, type /bending, and then bam, type your element. So you got fire, and it'll give you a brief description with a quote. And then if you do air, water, and earth, you can get descriptions of all of the above. Now obviously you can use the pause button if you want to read these out, or download the mod yourself and read it there. So now that you are enabled, you are locked into one element, but you can change this at any time. The only restriction is whatever element you are currently using, you can only use those scrolls. Alright ladies and gents, so what we're looking at here is a air temple, and as you can see, wow, air temple, and you can see, based on the element, what it is. And you can see that, you know, it's a fairly well-built structure, and oh, that bed just shattered. If we go inside, there's various items, and here we have a chest. We're gonna look inside, and wow, Master Ring Pull, Master Twister, and some fruit pies, because fruit pies are cool. Fruit pies are very cool. Now you'll want to note that there's custom food and custom blocks, as you can see here, but the most important thing that I want to show to you is this, a custom mob. And as you can see, this is a flying bison, much like Appa. As you can see here, I didn't need the saddle, but we are now able to ride Appa. It is buggy, as you can see. Oh, I did not mean to dismount. But like I was saying, the developer was saying that the features are implemented, but they are obviously still, shall we say, less functioning than he would like at the moment. But clearly this mod is in development, but it's very far along and very playable as is. And if we continue over here, you're gonna note that there's more structures. So again, this is part of the air temple. And how you get the scrolls, for bending of course, is you're going to use these chests. And here we have a dome pole. And as you can see here, ladies and gents, there are obviously also water temples. Now this is a similar structure for all of the elements, and you will go in and you will find your scrolls, and you will get your scrolls, and you will be good. Now if you don't mind, I'm going to skip finding all of the different structures, although they are very pretty, as I believe you get the point, because this is supposed to be instructional, so I will be instructing. Now because there's a lot of stuff to cover, I'm going to be a little less in-depth than usual. So as you can see here, ladies and gents, in the creative inventory, along with the additional blocks added like the statues, you can see that each skill has different levels, which is a system we're getting used to on this channel. So there's novice, adept, and master, and as you can see here, it's the same bending style, but it changes a little. So first off, we're going to use explosion. Explosion! There we go. I exploded. We also have lightning. So I think I'm charging. Not quite sure. Pretty sure I'm charging. Then if I ah, yeah. Okay, lightning strikes. I assume you all heard that. Okay. Woo. And then we have skills like fireball. Haha, screw the water tribe. As you can see, they all have cooldowns, which you've been able to see from the chat. These are very destructive. We have the flight skill, which just kind of propels you, which is really cool, but you can't use it over water. As you can see, you're gonna drop. We also have blast. Ho ho! Roast those cows. And of course, we have jet, which creates a long stream of fire through the air. And if there were any cows left, we would test it on them, but they're all gone. So like this, and then it shoots fire, which does damage and also lights things on fire because it's firebending. Now here we have Master Wall, which is a wall of fire, so you'll see here that when I use it, obviously this is for protection against zombies and creepers and the like. Now next we have Master Stream, which makes blue fire on the ground, like so, which is a more direct attack. And we have Ring, which sends out blue fire in all directions, not just one direction. Heh heh, one direction. Heh. We have Star, a kind of fire blast attack, so it sends it out in 5 directions for defense. And we have Melt, which melts ice or obsidian, which I do not have at the moment, but you're just gonna believe me. See, look, it's scorched. Now for bending skills, we have things like Ice Stream, which, as you can see, freezes. We also have Ice Ring, which, you know, it freezes in a ring, like so. I was standing in the water, that was a mistake, let's do this again. As you can see, it froze in a ring, and I killed that pig. Then we have Freeze Waterfall, which you can freeze waterfalls with. You also have really fun bending skills like Master Snowball, which just allows you to throw snowballs, but in this case you're actually doing damage because they're snowballs. And you know, there's no cooldown, so you can just kind of spam this and save yourself, which is really cool. And like I showed you in the intro, we have the Octopus. So as you can see here, I'm flinging water around defensively, and its range will help you kill stuff. Next we have my favorite, Bending Earth. Now, as you can see here, I can throw a rock like so. Actually, let's kill those sheep. I don't like sheep. So, I can throw a rock like so. I'm not standing on dirt. You gotta be standing on dirt or stone, a bendable block. But when I go like so, bam, I fling a rock and they die. You did. And now we have the Raised Platform skill, which, you know, raises a platform, which I thought is really cool. You know, if there's a creeper behind you, you just raise the platform, and it's all the way down there. And here we have an example of a Firebending structure thing. Look at those beds. Look at them. Now the reason I think Earthbending is useful is because of all the structures you can build. So this one is called Tunnel Column, and when you right click, as you can see, it helps you mine things out, which I think is really helpful. I mean, it didn't go in a straight line necessarily, but I wasn't exactly looking in a straight line either. And you get to preserve the blocks that drop, which I thought was very cool. Now we also have Build Tower, which builds a tall permanent tower at my feet. Now you can see that the grass is still here. But what's really cool is that it just builds a tower. Now obviously it's made of dirt, you might want to do this standing over some stone, but I think it's really cool if you put like a ladder in here. It would make a great instant lookout tower or an instant house. Now we have Bridge, which is maybe if we stand up here, it'll make a better point. And as you can see, it builds a bridge, which is great for crossing over valleys and chasms and abandoned mine shafts, I don't know. And finally, we have the Master Ore Sense, which when you right click, it says found 42 ores within 9 blocks, 5 blocks, 37 coal. So it'll tell you exactly what it found, and it'll help you to mine, which I think is very cool because, you know, the game is called Minecraft. The more you know! Now the Airbenders are definitely a cool race, so you can see we have the Gust, so, you know, I can blow air, and that took some health off of him. We have Ring, which I can push air outwards, so he got pushed back and he got hurt. We have High Jump, which is really cool, so I can launch myself upwards, which is really high, so you're gonna make sure you don't die. Oh, I rhymed. And then you're gonna go Spring, which you can launch yourself into the air wherever you're looking, so let's look there, and bam! Kinda shoots you forward, which I thought is cool. And then you have Wind Run, which casts a huge speed buff on you, so you get to run real fast. It's kind of like Air Scooter, I imagine, because Air Scooter is cool. And you have Stream, which pushes a stream of air, so bam! And then it just kind of pushes them, which apparently pushed him really high. He dead. And then we have Twister, which is my favorite. So I'm not sure if I'm going to lag, but I'm going to cast Twister. As you can see, he's sucked into the tornado. Now normally this will pull them up very high, like you're seeing now, except he's kind of stupid. So he goes up really high into the air, and he gets dropped down. Now you're going to see that if I ride on this Twister, you get bounced around, much like this guy over here. And then eventually, if I were a mob that wasn't in creative mode, you would get dropped to your death, like that guy. Ah. We also have Disc, which shoots a thin sharp blade of air, like whoo, and he's dead. That was a huge AoE, so it's pretty good for mobbing. And we also have more skills like before, so like Ring Pull, which will pull these guys in. And we have Dome Pull, which will pull the dome, an entire dome of air towards me, so that also includes Aerial. Now a really cool feature I wanted to show you is the air gliders that are included in this mod. Now as you can see, if I go into F5, you can see, just like Aang, I have my kind of air glider staff thing. And I'm going to go back here, and as you can see, like now, I'm holding it in my hand. So I'm going to go into F5, and you can remember the Master High Jump skill that came with Airbending. So I'm going to go like that, and then right click with the glider, and as you can see, my player model changes. So when I hold forward, I go forward, and you can see that if I tilt down, I start to drop, and like so. So you're going to want to be able to keep your balance, but I think it's really cool. So for example, we'll just kind of jump off of this tree. And as you can see, I can glide really far, which is a great method of travel, as you can see. You can also tell it feels a lot like the paraglider from Cube World, if any of you remember that game. I really enjoyed gliding around, so this is a feature that I definitely enjoy. It's really cool, and I do like the model for the air staff, especially when it's closed. I just thought that was a nice touch. Now another thing you'll want to know is that natively, you can find people of the different tribes, as you can see here, that I'm frantically spawning. And there's even people like bandits, so as you can see, this is a tough world. There are hostile mobs to fight, and you can literally get attacked by the Fire Nation. Also, as I stated before, each tribe gets its own native animal, so you could ride the otter penguin, flying bison like Appa, polar bear dog you know, the one that Korra has. I didn't really watch it because I didn't like Season 2, but hey, you know what? You could ride a polar bear dog if you want to, and there's also Badgermole, which appears in Season 1. Now, as you can see, they're all rideable, which I thought was very cool. Ladies and gents, I hope you really enjoyed this review of Avatar: The Last Blockbender mod. Now, obviously, this was more of a showcase video, less than I normally do of more of a review style, where you can tell all the crafting recipes and I go over everything. So I just really wanted to show off the highlights that I thought were the greatest points of this mod. I think it's really cool, really well fleshed out. You should definitely download it in the links below, so you can try it out for yourself and explore. Now, if you look over here, you're going to see 10 names. Now, this is 10 names of the subscribers who have subscribed since the last video. I just wanted to show my appreciation for all of you guys. Now, obviously, I only showed 10 names, but you know what? You could get randomly selected if you subscribe today and choose to become a lady or gent of that Vox Populi. So ladies and gents, if you like what you see and you see what you like and you like who I be, keep the love alive, favorite, comment, and subscribe. I do apologize for having been inactive. I did have a lot of things going on, most recently a wisdom tooth operation, which you can kind of see a pre-video for over here. Now anyways, ladies and gents, I definitely apologize, but if you like what you see and you see what you like and you like who I be, keep the love alive, favorite, comment, and subscribe, ladies and gents, and I will see you in the next video. So until then, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and stalk us in real life. Links will be in the description below. Until next time, ladies and gents, stay classy. Alright.